Just getting adjusted here. Oh, what is this? I don't want to hear myself. There we go. Alright, it's up. It looks good. Obviously heard myself, so I know my microphone's working. I can see it working. I can see the stream and it's working. Everything looks to be working as advertised. So, back to it. Welcome to the stream. I've rebranded the stream. I'm very excited. And what I'm doing is I'm paying for some artwork, not from some of those weirdo bots, but from like an actual artist here. And we are going with the channel name, the MMocracy. So welcome to the MMocracy. I am your governor, the host, X-Huck Nasty, as I was known in the time before, but will no longer be known as such in a major capacity. And so this stream will have a new name, and that name is the MMocracy. And it is where we will discuss all things MMO, to include design philosophy, play MMOs, and just a heads up, probably a few FromSoft games as well, because I love them. Or I could make an alternate channel for that. One thing I'm doing right now is I'm just keeping an eye out on my OBS, because for some reason, when I start up my stream, OBS likes to disconnect for just, I don't know, a minute, and then it just comes right back. I don't know if it's Twitch's servers, I don't know if it's my internet, my computer. I haven't quite put my finger on it yet, but yeah, expect a new overlay, expect new artwork, new logo. Kind of going with something different, something kind of funny. As you can see, the cassowary. Oh, wrong side. There we go. The cassowary behind me here. That is going to be the new stream mascot. If you've been around for a long time, or if anybody watching this later goes, wait a minute, I did once upon a time have Buddy the Corgi, my son's dog, as the stream mascot, and then kind of have moved away from that and going with something a little bit different here. So this is the new look, and yes, I know I've changed things a lot. It's going to take a little bit to nail down the formula, but once it's nailed down, expect some consistency here. So where am I at? I am at level 10. I'm on my solo self-found Necromancer project. I'm out in the field of bone, and I'm fixing to do some grinding. I'm going to get to level 11. And then at level 11, that at that time I will most likely head into Kerns. One thing I just can't seem to figure out here is, why does EverQuest just hate to run? It could be the far clip plane. I don't know. I think it's these trees. The trees, it just hates trees. I think the trees are poor. The whole thing is kind of poorly coded, to be honest. It's a very old game. And I still have yet to nail down the formula on what works, what doesn't work on this to get the frame rate consistent. Because even like a 30 FPS should look a little bit smoother than it does. As for what I'm doing right now, I'm just gonna get a few bone chips. I've got this higher level pet just beating on low level skeletons for us. Just farming up a little bit of bone chips. Afterwards, I'll head back down to the pit, do 10 to 11 in the pit, then head over to Kearns. And then you can see down here, I got some goals here at the bottom. Level up, being the first, and then invade Kearns Tower, and then depose despotic regimes. Because we are an MMocracy. Alright, I'll put it to rest. It's gonna be fun though, it's gonna be different. And it'll give a little bit better, more of a unique theme to things versus just, oh, X suck nasty. I mean, that's fun, but whatever. I like themes. Anything that kind of brings people together, makes them feel like they're part of something, that's fun. So, that is what we'll be doing. Upgrades to the stream coming include a green screen. I have a green screen on the way. I ordered it this morning. That will, go behind me. I will get rid of the fake green screen effect. And it will be a real green screen. I can do some different things with that. In addition to that, the next upgrade will be an Elgato Stream Deck, which will allow me to do some neat things with the effects as well. So, lots to come, lots to come. Stick around, it will continue to improve. This is my hobby, this is what I love to do when I'm not working out, when I'm not at work, which I'm there a lot. So this is kind of my way to unwind. I do not mind spending money on it. I do not mind investing my time in it. Okay, so down here in the pit, gotta watch out for these greater scale bones. They're Redcon, even to level 10. Some other enemies have greened out. Footpads look like they are no more. Large scorpions are no more. Giant scorpions are now blue. And if you know EverQuest, you know it has to be a blue con or better to get experience. So I will be fighting mainly these XR bandits. Ooh, he resisted. I'll still be dodging marauders for sure. Vasarn here looks, he's big. He might be a high enough level pet for me to give a weapon to. Got some weapons sitting in reserve here. Some tarnished Shantoks. Yeah, he's getting pretty good. Pretty well beat up on. He almost died. Let's see. So in order to tell what your what level your pet is, you gotta watch for how hard he's hitting. So I don't think he's only hitting for like 6. So I'm gonna have to get me a new one. This is kind of a dangerous spot because of the marauders that path through here. Look at this guy. He's twinked. He's a twinked Necromancer. So let's say goodbye to Vasarn and let's get a new one. Let's get us a new pet. They're all gonna con blue, so I can't just like con my pet and see what level they are anymore. So it's gonna take some trial and error here to get the right level of pet. Once I get the right level of pet, that will help me level my own character a little bit faster. Something else I'm going to be looking to do is spend some more time in the wiki and discussing the lore of Kunark. And the purpose of this solo self-found run is to explore the lore of Kunark, to connect with Kunark, learn about it, come to appreciate it, share some of that with you all, with my viewers. So that is the idea behind the solo self-found Kunark only Necromancer. Got a bandit headed this way. I want to get a little bit more mana before I pull him, though. Yeah, bone collars are probably all green now. Yep, they are. I think those start at level 3. But they go up to 5, and I think 5s are now greened out, hence why the foot pads, the large scorpions, are no longer blue. Good thing about Ixars is you have an Ixar regen bonus. Which will help me get my health back a little bit faster and helps keep you grinding a little bit more efficiently as an Ixar versus other character races that can play Necromancer. There's a white giant scorpion. Let's go ahead and pull this bandit. We're going to grab him. We're going to pull him back to the ramp. The reason I pull back to the ramp is for safety. Although some enemies do path through the ramp. It's pretty rare. It looks like night is coming, and at night I will not be able to see very well. That's unfortunate. Let's see what Zobanab hits for. So my last pet was hitting for 6. This one's hitting for 9. I do believe that is what I'm after. So in that case, let's give Zobanab here. Oh, shoot. Oh, I can't trade Zobanab right now. He's busy. He's busy fighting for me. Yeah, he appears to be a lot more resilient. So that first pet was definitely a dud. Looks like I got lucky with my second one. I've definitely found myself summoning pet after pet. Looks like I got lucky on this one. Good job, Zobanab. Take that Shantok and do some damage. Alright, frame rate is holding as well as the bit rate, so looking good there. We're in business. I can pull over here too. This may actually be safer. The Poison Bolt does a lot of aggro, so it takes Zobanab a minute to get that aggro back onto him. And I'll keep my Lich spell up as much as I can. This gives me mana regen at the cost of health regen. And now we just settle in for a grind. I do need to do something real quick. My cooler was running out of water. It works just fine on the fan mode though, so I can refill it later. It takes like 10 minutes of running between the sink and the cooler to refill it with water. It also makes things pretty muggy in here, so don't need that. Don't need the mugginess. So yeah, looking good. Looking good. And I'm currently in contact with an artist, a real artist, not a person who approached me on Twitch. It was really freaky the other day. I had 3 different people come into my stream, all 3 follow me, tell me nice things, and then try to sell me art. And I was like, I'm not doing that, bro. There's no telling like what kind of scam you're gonna find yourself in there. This artist I reached out to through a platform. So a little bit different. And you can see their work, and They're verified through the platform itself. And honestly, the cost isn't that high. If I got scammed there, it wouldn't be like catastrophic. So they're not asking for a lot, so which is cool because I like to save money. Yeah, Zobinab's slashing for 17. Dang, this Shredder's taking a chunk out of him. Drop a little heal on him. Sozin Zox. Hey there. Welcome to the MMocracy. I've been waiting to say that. Welcome to the MMocracy. How's it going? Let's see, what do we have out here? There's a skeleton. There's a... Ooh, that's a white con giant scorpion. I'm not going to go for him. Scale wolves, those have leveled out as well, so I cannot gain experience from them, so I won't be fighting. Ooh, I thought for sure that bone crawlers had leveled out, but it does not appear to be the case. Because here is a blue con bone crawler. That's good news for me because bone crawlers drop silk. I can use the silk to create armor, and then I can sell that armor back to a vendor for money. And judging by the amount of experience I'm getting per kill, it's going to be a while to hit 11 out here. It's going to be nice and slow and steady. Oh, great. There's that, and there is that. Couple spider silks. That's probably that white con, yep. Not messing with you. Large scorpions have definitely greened out. As have foot pads. Why is there a decaying skeleton out here? Some skelly on skelly violence. Taking your bone chips. That skeleton's green. I don't need to fight you. Okay, let's see. Footpad, bone crawler. I don't know. Maybe it is it time to head into Kern's? Because I'm not seeing a lot of blue cons anymore. Or I could check the area up by Sora. It's a little bit more dangerous to pull from because you have a lot of pathing mobs that move north-south there. And these are turning green as well. Yeah, they're like all green. And then you have like red. It's like green or red. It's feast or famine out here. I wonder, might it be wiser to head out into maybe Lakeaville Almond? Let's take a look here. So here I have the wiki up, and I'm looking at Lakeaville Almond. There's... Oh, let me get my character away from that. So there we go. So if you go levels 5 to 7 there, Greater Skeleton 7 to 20. Sarnak Bridlings might be a good one. Goblin Hunters as well. Sabertooth Kits. And Scale Bones. And then the other option Swamp of No Hope. If you go down here, it's definitely a lot of 4s and 5s, which are going to be greened out. This one doesn't look as lucrative. There's really not a lot in that level range of what I'm looking for, like the 7 to 8 to 9, like the 7 to 9 level range. So, it took me a second to figure out what was going on. I accidentally put my like Twitch stream manager up on the stream, so I was thinking about it. How that happened. So I mean, I could head out to Lakeaville Omen. It's a little disappointing because I did just make a new pet, and it's a good pet. But I mean, I can do that again out there. I can also go farm another weapon real quick. I've got one in the bank, one in reserve. I am. You scared me. Snag some bone chips from these losers. What's up? Okay. Maybe my the game will run better. I don't want to say my frame rate, like I can run newer games at like 100 frames per second. It's just they did some editing to the Project 1999 Green client that to try to bring the frame rate down to what it used to be. And when they did that, I think they kind of made it run good. Like it's like has a hard time even maintaining that frame rate. None of these have. Oh, this guy's got he's got one of these weapons. Oh wait, I just found another one. I'm good. I'm gonna head out to Lake of Illumin, and when we get in there, I will look. We have a Necro Skullcap quest that we can do. So we'll look at that. I think at some point Necromancers do get like an ultra vision spell, some way to see in the dark a little bit better, so that will be extremely nice to have. But I don't think that happens for quite a while. Like level 30, somewhere in there. Is that Trooper Tear? Oh, Trooper Tear, you're my bro. Goodbye, Zobanib. You have been a trusty companion. So to get to Lake of Illumin, I'm going to have to go to West Cabalus, and then I'm going to have to remember which way to go from there. Cabalus to this day is still kind of like a maze for me. Don't need those fishing grubs. So I've got my forage set up to where it's just constantly foraging. Sense heading is constantly sensing. Or it should be. Looks like it's not doing it. I'll have to mess with the keybinds. I saw a druid banking in here the other day. I thought that was kind of cool. Oh, there she is. What a coincidence. Go ahead and drop what money I have in the bank. I don't want to lose that. Yeah, there she is. Carnivore. Kind of crazy. Druid took the time to farm the faction and can now bank in Cabalus. Actually, let's need to try to get my weight down a little bit. So that spider legs. I think I can combine those with frosting in this oven. And I can make... Oh. Oh yeah, I did it. It just failed. But my cooking went up to 3. That's why I hang on to those spider legs. And then that one failed as well, but hey, I got a cooking level. Not sure if I'll ever need that skill, but solo self-found, you kind of just need all the help you can get. And then I can drop these spider silks here. Go ahead and hang on to my bone chips. And that freed up a few pounds. And now out to Lake of Ill-Omen. And I've been meaning to start doing this where I just hail random NPCs and just see what they can tell me so I can learn more about Kunark and the lore, because that's what I am here to do. I I think you stay right. To get to Lake of Ill-Omen, I think you stay... You don't go left over there at the intersection. No, actually, no. Once upon a time, back in the days of original classic EverQuest, these guards are not very talkative. Back in the day of classic, I was in a guild called Reptilian Empire, and I thought it was really cool. They were like an all-Ixar guild. We all kind of grouped up in cairns, Field of Bone. I mean, we were everywhere. There's a ton of us. Here we go. So here's some lore. I have heard the old elven outpost has been retaken and that sails once more frequent our shores. We are doomed unless we can repel the invaders. Blast, as if the goblins, giants, sarnax, worms, and froglocks were not enough. That's cool. So that kind of helps kind of paint a picture of where the Ixars are at. They're concerned about not only the threats that they face from the native Kunark enemies, like giants. They're also concerned about now the foreigners that have showed up on their shores. Looking for a challenging fray, perhaps there is a combatant waiting for a duel within the gauntlet. That's, yep. Trooper Ogmire. Greetings, citizens. Looking for healing or other such services? If so, then I urge you to seek out the Temple of Terror. The Hierophants will see to it for you. So these guards are talkative. Oh! I just killed myself and I just de-leveled. That one's getting clipped. That was a hotkey fail. And then no, I didn't have the A hotkeyed. I had F1. Ouch. Just ouch. I am now back to level 9. That's okay. It's like right there. It'll take no time at all to get back. That was just an absolute fail. So what I was trying to do, just to explain, is I was trying to target myself and rebuff myself, which I don't know why I even thought I needed to do that. I mean, my buff was dropping, but I wasn't even in a combat area. That's what you get for talking to random guards and not paying attention. That's like the oldest mistake out there. The original hotkey for attack when you first install the game, and it may still be that way with the Titanium client, is A. So a lot of times people will make that mistake where they hail somebody, they're trying to talk to them to do a quest, and if they accidentally hit the A button while they're talking instead of hitting like enter and then typing, they start to just type. They'll accidentally take a swing at the guard, which is what I did. And then I like how the guard was like, another victory for the Legion of Cabalists, like as if he didn't just murder somebody over a misunderstanding. They got no chill. And I paid the price for it. And it's like, it's always painful to see the D level message. No one wants to see that. Although that could, it has like a silver lining that will help me determine if I've summoned the proper pet. So, because now I can just consider my pet versus having to check their damage. Yeah, that was a unfortunate mistake. And you can see just how dark the game is without a uh, light source. Like, I'm struggling to see. And that is by design. Oh my goodness, I can't even see in here. Am I running into a wall? I'm running into a wall. It is that dark in here. There we go. I can see somebody's like name. And then there's my corpse. Good luck getting a res in here. Not that I would ask for one. Now I can see because I have my lantern. What was he saying to me? He don't want to talk no more. Or maybe he never did want to talk. And I just bumped the button. And it's a little bit more well lit out here. Oh, that was weird. Wow. Client just did some weird stuff. Okay. Life spike. I can move life tap to a new page. Lesser shielding was what I was. Oh wait, let's put gate there. I want gate down here. Lesser shielding here. Poison bolt goes on 3. Clinging darkness goes on 2. Dark pact is 5. Mend bones is 6. What was on 4? Guess I can put a pet on there for now. And then I'll just have to go through the dance of summoning and resummoning until I get a pet that is sufficient level. Lartic. Go away, Lartic. So what I'm looking for is a white. I will consider my pet using the con command, and then I will see if I have a even conned white pet. So this could take a little bit. Could take a little bit of time, and while I'm waiting, let's head back over to the wiki. Make sure I have the correct page up this time. I do. Let's read about the Lake of Ill-Omen. Let's read some lore. Lake of Ill-Omen, aka Loio, is the ancient site of the city of Varnek, which was cursed ages ago and has since sank beneath the waters, giving the local area its name. The reptilian Sarnak have moved into the area and have secured an ancient fortress to the southwest. So the Sarnak, I learned last time I played and streamed, they were actually created by the Ixar in Kern's Tower. I thought it was neat. The goblins have established a mine in the hills in the north of the lake. The brood of Kotiz has taken upon themselves to eradicate the Sarnak from the area and have directed their trainees to do so. The brood of Kotiz is the Ixar Necromancer Guild. Okay. One thing I know I need for the Necromancer quest, the Skullcap quest, is Sarnak hatchling brains. And then I also need these mended tapestries. 2 pieces, torn and ripped tapestry. And then I gotta tailor them together, which I have my tailoring skill up to do. Let's see, what is that? It's an AC 3. And my headband currently has an AC of 3. So it's not even an upgrade until I get... Geez, rank 4 is the one that you need to even get some intelligence from. And you gotta kill these man-eating creepers, which are level 14. So I have a ways to go before I even really can get anything upgrade-wise from this quest chain. Well, it gives me something to do. And this one is an int 3, this one's an int 4 mana 5, and then this one is an int 5 mana 10. And then you need to do like probably level 30 plus mobs for this. Drop from Chief Rakos, yeah, level 38, like named mob to get that. That sounds dangerous. So, could be a while before I get that. So, back to Lake of Ill-Omen. So, the Necromancers want to eliminate the Sarnaks. I wonder where I can find out more about this city of Varnek. Varnek. Kind of looks like the same lore is all kind of being presented in different websites, so just go back to the game. I'm curious where does a lot of this lore come from? There we go. I got kind of lucky there. Normally I'm summoning and resummoning for a while. Now I just need to get buffed up. Which I don't have much in the way of buffs, but I need those two at least. And then once I get back to full mana, we'll go out. Looks like it's daytime, so that's good. Or it's about to be daytime. In fact, I don't even need to wait for full mana. So we're going to look for Sarnax. We're going to look for hatchlings first to get the brains and the tapestries. I'll just kind of check out these other mobs. Frame rate is a lot more consistent out here. I'm expecting that a lot of these enemies are going to be green. Saber-toothed cubs are green. Are they even going to attack? I don't think they even attack. So those are all green. That skeleton's blue. Try to recoup some experience. He's going to be blue, and then the skeletons will be blue till I kill that, probably, what, 2, 3 to get my level back. I see the Sarnak is fighting with the goblins. I always thought that was cool how different enemies fight each other, even when there's nobody watching. I would assume they're still fighting each other even though nobody's watching. They're not like, oh, somebody's watching, go. Oops. Get the brain. Oh yeah. Yes, I want the no trade brain. I don't think the red headband, if I remember right, I looked that up last time I was here, and there's no use for it for me. Here's a scalebone skeleton that'll give some experience. I'm gonna be lazy. I don't feel like pulling all the way back to the wall. Just let Lenartic fight, and hopefully I don't get ambushed. I can get kind of closer to reduce my radius. And I'm going to apologize in advance for the really loud ding. That sound effect is like 20 decibels higher than any other sound effect in the game. So I apologize. Because I know it's loud. But I like it, so I'm not disabling it. You can disable individual sound effects, but for that one, I leave it up. And it's nice and bright out, so I can see again. Somebody left this rotting. That's cool. Somebody might get a free weapon today. Not bad for a noob, too. The HP plus 20 is nice. That would be nice to have. That thing growled at me. Ooh, I see a Sarnak. Let's try to get to him. Can turn the clip plan back up. Feel the Bone just runs like trash. And the Clinging Darkness spell I'm using is a snare, so you can see it slows them down, and then whenever they hit a certain... Don't remember what that's for, Wellpad. When they hit a certain HP value, they actually just stop moving altogether. Because they're snared. Can't see him. Try not to pull... I don't want to fight all those cubs, even though they're green. Actually got experience off that one. Oh, there's a brain and a tapestry. So that's the torn, so I just need the ripped tapestry, and I'll be done with that portion of the quest for the Skullcap. Took me a minute to remember why I'm doing this. Oh, hey. What's up, hatchling? The Brood of Kotiz has ordered me to kill you. That's a torn. I already have the torn. I'm gonna grab the head just in case. I'm thinking about it though, and I want to say the head may be for the Shadow Knight portion for their quest. I'm just gonna look that up real quick. Sarnak Whelphead. Crusaders test. So I actually I don't need to grab those. This guy's having a bad day. I pull him with a snare and then a goblin's whooping up on him. I need to grab this guy. He's gonna go where I can't see him though. Oh, there's a lot of them. Oops. There's another brain. So I'm up to 3 brains. I need 1 more brain and then the tapestry. This game is kind of cruel because the tapestry and the brain drops from the same enemy. And when you get the second portion of the quest, they're like, oh yeah, now I need the tapestries. And you're like, come on, bro. But I don't need these heads. They're kind of heavy. Let's venture a little bit further out. Let's see what's out here. There's another hatchling. What I'm hoping is when I pull this one, it doesn't pull a bunch of stuff from inside there. And they come running through the walls, because this game cheats. Enemies will heal each other from above and below each other, because the mobs have no line of sight, from what I understand. Like, they can do whatever they want through walls. Oops. Okay, so that's the last brain, and now I just need the tapestry. Keeping this Lich spell on me will help me to regenerate mana even while I'm running. That is Cabalus. We're going to go this way. It's amazing how easy it is to get turned around in this game. Ooh, there's a yellow con out here. And the scale bones I'm just killing for experience. Try to get some buffer experience here so I don't de-level if I die again. I could probably handle that yellow. I'm not like super scared of him. Just looking around for those Sarnak hatchlings. Seemed like they were more concentrated on the opposite side of this tunnel. By tunnel, I mean this valley. Keep that Lich spell up so I continue to regenerate. At the lower levels, your Ixar health regen still outpaces that negative health effect from that. So there's two. I'm thinking about fighting these guys just for the experience. There's two of them. There was a lot of hatchlings up when I came here, and now I've killed them all, and there are none. I've committed Sarnak genocide. Maybe there's more up here. Nothing. Sabertooth kits. Those are green and I guess some are blue. I've done a lot of leveling in this zone back in actual like Kunark Veli's days. I used to always hit like 15 or 16 and come out here. This used to be like a hopping zone. Like you can see right here, there's a handful of people here, 5 total, with me being the lowest and no other like lower levels. For some reason, this was a very popular zone on live servers around 2001. Like there would be so many players in this zone, it couldn't count them all when you would do /who. And people would group. There was 2 or 3 like really popular 15 to 20-ish grouping spots, and then you had the Sarnak fort. Like it was, and on P99 it has been popular at times, but is obviously not popular with the 25 or so level crowd anymore. Let's see, like let me do like a 17 to 21 all. Oasis, yeah, people have kind of defaulted to the old Oasis. It's a little bit irrelevant to me as a solo self-found player. I'm not gonna group, but I'm just curious, where do people group now? It could be a server population thing too, because if you think about it, when the server pop is up 11, 1200, ooh, that's that yellow skirmisher. Oasis is going to be full, and so people are going to have to look elsewhere to group. But I can see why nobody was wanting to come here, because it's so far out of the way. Ooh, that's a red skirmisher. Watch out for him. Dangerous. Dangerous spot. So we'll head north, back towards Cabalus. See if we can't find any more Sarnaks. I want to say this zone is on a 6-minute respawn. So there should be a few wandering around now. Oh. My pet killed a goblin and I didn't even know he was fighting. That's dangerous. But he got me some experience. Not much, but thanks, pet. No Sarnax. It's possible they share a spawn with some of these other low levels. So I can kill them. I always need bone chips anyway. Excuse me. There's one. Ripped, torn, boo. Skyless Raven, welcome back. Sorry I'm late. No need to apologize at all. You're not obligated to always be here. Oh, cool. I'm getting some experience from these greens. I hope your day's going well. Welcome to the new stream. The rebranded MMocracy. My uncle called needing help like 10 minutes. You started. That's okay. Family first, man. So I was saying earlier, expect some new artwork, like new overlays, the whole 9 yards. It's gonna be a full-on overhaul. I've got it like up and running. The reason why I did that is because even though I highly doubt this would happen, it's not a huge concern. As soon as I told him like kind of the name and the idea, I didn't want to not change my channel name, and then as soon as I told the artist like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do, this is the name, blah blah blah, I didn't want it like somehow it to be taken. I didn't want to turn around and find out like after I got the artwork made and I paid the money, like, oh, this is taken. So I real quick changed it. A little bit premature because, like I said, I don't have the artwork yet. But you got to start somewhere. Might as well start now. Might as well start today. And it's fun. So I'm definitely working on, yeah, like the branding, the marketing, all that. I'm surprised he didn't aggro. He don't want none. You don't want none, Goblin. Medium quality cat pelt. I think you would have been safe with the name because I don't see many MMO and names anymore. Yeah, could be. I didn't want to take any chances. It's definitely a niche, like it's going to be a niche type marketing. It does put me in a little bit of a corner. Like I don't know if I'm going to play like Baldur's Gate like I had talked about on stream, but one thing I can do is just make a separate channel. I already have actually another channel made. And it's also so the idea is not just Twitch. It's like it's gonna branch out with the YouTube channel and all that too. So when you have a YouTube channel with the Twitch channel the same, ooh, that's a high quality. Wonder what I can do with that. Because that's really where you get your viewers, and then potentially branch out into YouTube Live. There's like there's a lot. It's definitely it's playing the long game, right? And you just do not get a lot of experience out here. Definitely hitting the point where the levels slow down. No tapestry. I just click go live, have at it. Then again, I'm not looking for big numbers. Yeah, me either. It's more about a theme and kind of it's about fun. And I've been racking my brain on like how do I make a theme where the followership feels some buy-in because it's not just all about me, right? It's like a collective, the Cassowary Collective. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. It could work out, it could not. It's all good. It's not a this isn't my job. It's for fun. It's my hobby. That's a low quality. I'm not grabbing that. And then it opens the door, right, for like MMO discussion podcasts and all of that. So where are the Sarnax? MMO podcast, PogChamp, yeah. For sure. I'll have to kind of decide like what. So now that it's, well, let me do some baby steps here. So get the artwork, make the stream high quality, which is definitely like that's just something I feel really strongly about. It doesn't matter if I have 0 viewers or 1 viewer, 2 viewers, whatever, as long as it meets my uh, standards for quality. And then the idea is start pumping out some YouTube shorts and then potentially go from there to a podcast and have it all kind of like it all synchronizes and works together as one media entertainment enterprise. But of course, you can be a guest. Always. I've killed like a dozen of these things and I've gotten that much experience. They're greens though. I don't even know how I'm getting experience off greens. They're like the light blues, basically. What would be a light blue if they actually had light blue? Because I do remember this. There was at one point there was no light blue, but certain greens would give you experience. Star Rose Quartz, that might be worth some money. Sarnak Blood. I'm gonna grab this brain just in case I need it, but I think I only need 4. He's got a weapon. Liberate him of his weapon. It's one of these shear blades. I don't need those. Shantok is where it's at. Looking for Sarnax. I see one. And this tapestry. Oh, shoot. A picture on my desk just went flying off. My house must be haunted. So I had a moment of weakness and I wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons online. I have no idea why. It just popped in my head. It was like, hey, play DDO. Are you gonna kill that guy? That's cool. I'm not gonna steal from you. I was like, I want to play DDO. I haven't played it in years. Got it to run, you know, it opened up and then it like minimized the window and it won't like come back up. So after trying 3, 4 times, tried a few different things, I was like, whatever. Just play EverQuest. I wasn't gonna play DDO on stream anyway. Although I could. It's the MMocracy. DDO's an MMO. I think as long as I stay within the theme, it'll be alright. But a majority of my viewer base comes from this game. Not a lot of Sarnax out here. I just gotta kill everything and hope to see them. Respawn. I could grab that ruin cap pelt and use it for tailoring, but I think my tailoring is already out past that level for that would even get me a skill point. No Sarnax. It's a pretty resilient skeleton. I have not even gotten half a yellow in all the time I've spent out here killing. Which has been probably about 30 minutes. This guy's brave if he wants to fight down here in the open area. Like this goblin is kind of pathing towards him. Yeah, he's got another one. Oh, this is just a little whelp. So that's respawned as a skeleton and as a Sarnax. So I may need to kill the other stuff in here to see if I can force some Sarnax to spawn. There's a Sarnak. No tapestry. It's like this one tapestry is giving me problems. It did say I could check a vendor. There's a vendor that has them, but I don't see a lot of people out here like killing. So I doubt that vendor is going to have the tapestry. committing mass murder out here and hoping Sarnax spawn. Building up my bone chip stock in the process. Meow. The weather's starting to cool off outside, and it's like extremely nice. It's definitely my favorite time of year. Welcome back, Skylish Raven. I'm just out here committing mass murder on the Sarnax, enacting the will of the Brood of Kotiz. I learned through my exploration of the wiki that the Brood of Kotiz wants to eliminate the Sarnax. They deserve it anyway. Dang. So cold. Pretty sure they created them to begin with. So an Ixar, like the son of an Ixar warlord, created them in Kern's Tower. For what reason, I don't know. I'd love to find out. Oops. I don't need this ruined cap help. There's really not a lot of them out here. I need a single item from them. I need the ruined tapestry. Or ripped tapestry. For a Necromancer quest. So I'm killing everything in the hopes that it spawns Sarnax, and then trying to get the Sarnax so I can get the tapestry. But I've been at it for probably 30 or 40 minutes and not having a whole lot of luck. The weapon is a rusty Shantak. It's a two-handed sword. It is my weapon of choice for my pets. Bring that up a little bit. There we go. Flawed game, 4 of 10. I don't disagree. EverQuest is a flawed game. One of the funniest facts that I know about EverQuest is that they were actually sued by a mud developer, the developers of Diku Mud, Diku Mud, because they basically ripped a lot of the coding for the game's systems directly out of a mud. Like EverQuest, yes, it is an online or no, it's obviously it's online. It's a 3D MMO. Before MMO really became the term, but it's essentially a graphical mud. Like the whole game is running basically a mud, and what you're seeing is just a graphical user interface over a mud. And they got sued for that because they took mud code that essentially was open source, but they like really capitalized on it. Muds were not like that commercially. They were nothing like commercially successful like EverQuest was. So I can definitely see why they were pissed. And I think it's kind of funny, a little bit kind of questionable. There is a Sarnak hatchling. Is he fighting that cat, or are they just standing? Is that his pet? That cat and him were buddies. No tapestry. Man, this game is killing me. And it's gonna get dark. It's gonna be hard to see. It's gonna be a lot harder to spot those Sarnaks here in a minute. But I'd like to have this quest finished. That way I don't have to worry about it. And you get a cool looking helmet. It's one of those like skull bone helmets. Granted, I get it for the brain one as well, but the next one has one more AC. Not like a huge upgrade, but might as well. Oh yeah, it's gonna be real hard to see him. It is quite dark. It's so dark, like spots on my monitor, I think they're enemies. I'm like, oh, what's that? And then I look, it's like a piece of fuzz. Wonder what level that piece of fuzz is. Whoops, don't cast a spell on yourself. You can actually hurt yourself with spells in this game. Excuse me. It's even worse when you blind yourself. So you missed it earlier. I killed myself by accidentally attacking a guard. This is like peak EverQuest here. Running around an open field just murdering everything that walks. And getting like no experience for it. I filled out an app for the new guild to officially join, but I haven't heard anything yet, so maybe I failed to get in. I mean, it could be just a matter of they don't check it all that often. Because the game's not even operating right now, so it could be something where they check them once a week. It's kind of crazy they make you fill out an application. Oh my, it is so dark now. One thing that'll be nice when I do finally get into Kerns is I won't have to worry about the day-night cycle. That would suck, to be honest, waiting a whole week to hear back. You fail, but continue chatting. Oh yeah, if they look active, you could always give it an acceptable, like reasonable amount of time, and then just ask for some feedback on your application. Did you bring up like your old guild in the application? Because if you did, they might think like, oh, this guy's drama, and the reality is you were treated poorly, but they may see it as drama. Okay, that's good. That's good. Give it a little bit of time. I'm sure they'll get back to you. If not, I'm sure there's other guilds out there. I wonder what these canines are for. Where are all the Sarnax? The only thing I said was being treated poorly when an officer told me to DM because he had questions. I don't know. Are they like a competitive, like raiding guild, or are they just a social guild? A merchant guild. That's interesting. We are just merchants, peddling our wares. Man, it gets dark so early now. What time is it anyway? Oh my gosh, it's 5 o'clock. Where did the day go? I'm glad I have no real plans this weekend. I am just chilling. I went grocery shopping today and let my girlfriend drive a little bit. She's still learning how to drive. Now we are just chilling the rest of the weekend. Guess I'll just give them another few days and ask for feedback. Yeah, you could just give them some time and then just politely be like, hey, I haven't heard anything back. Or before you even ask for feedback, just be like, hey, I haven't heard anything back. I was just wondering if you guys had any more questions. And then if they say, oh, you've been rejected, then then you can say, okay, well, can you explain what happened so that I know on my next guild application what I need to improve on. There's like kind of a formula to like social interactions. It took me a long time to figure this out, man. Like, there's no real like guidebook. Well, I'm sure there are guidebooks now out there, but like, yeah, there's kind of like a formula to it where you try to kind of take like the be pragmatic, take the emotion out of it of like, okay, I'm frustrated that I wasn't accepted. But if you be pragmatic and just say, okay, well, can you give me some feedback so I know what to improve on? And it's kind of like avoiding like aggressive language too, where instead of it's like, I need to fix this, be like, improve upon this, because improving sounds a lot less aggressive than fix. And that's one of those nuances that I've learned over time is to try to avoid like aggressive language because it changes the tone. Yeah, she's still learning how to drive. She's a late bloomer. She's got a lot of anxiety issues, so I can see why she hasn't learned how to drive. But we're just trying to get her there. Here's another high quality. Sarnak hatchling. Where is it? I can target it, but I can't find it. Wherever it is, I just pulled it. Oh, there it is. No worries, mine doesn't drive either, but she's from another country where public transport is way better. Yeah. Ripped, ripped, ripped. Ah, it's torn. Oh my gosh, that's the third torn I've seen. Yeah, my degree is in transportation, and that is something we discuss often, believe you me, is like the vehicle-centric, personally owned vehicle-centric nature of the United States. Like we are such an individualistic culture that like we all would rather pay X number of thousands of dollars a year for a vehicle rather than take public transport. But the problem is it's a self-defeating cycle because there's no public transport, so you got to get a vehicle. And then cities don't offer public transport because everyone already drives a vehicle. So public transport needs to be government subsidized. It can't pay for itself because not enough people use it. And so it just continues to swirl the drain. It's like in the death spiral. You know, governments, state governments, municipal governments will borrow tons of money and stand up huge transportation projects, which that's part of the problem too, is it's just transportation to construct it is so expensive and takes so long, and they borrow huge amounts of money to do it. It goes in way over budget. It takes way longer to build than they thought, and then it underperforms when it's finally done, and the taxpayers are like, why did we do this? And they're like, we don't know, we're sorry, we're just going to add more lanes to the highways. Which then, adding more lanes actually generates more traffic in a way because now more people drive there. Yeah, I've written a lot of papers about this. Scalebone. Is that him? Go get him. Oh, the Scalebone's kind of tough. He's got a lot of health. Just keep hitting tab and watching for a Sarnak. Oh, wait, wait, wait. There was one up. Where was it? Ah. There's one around here somewhere unless somebody's killing it. There it is. No idea where it's at. There's one there. Hmm. A lot of saber-tooths out here. But not a lot of Sarnax. Thinking about taking myself into Kern's Tower a level early. Goblin Outrider? Is that like a rare? I don't know if I've seen this one. Get him. Don't let him outride us. He's not even riding anything. A long time ago, you used to be able to do this thing where... Oh, there it is. You could spawn as like a monster and fight players. And I remember this because I spawned as a goblin in Lake of Ill Omen, and I went and killed like an Ixar. Thank goodness I got it. Oh my gosh. Glad that's over with. Let's go. Let's go. Do the Twitch thing. Let's go. Come on. I'm better than that. So yeah, I spawned as like a goblin and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." And it was really unfair because like I spawned as probably a level 8 or 9 goblin. And I ran all the way back to here where I knew there would be low-level Ixars. And I killed some poor like level 4 Ixar Necromancer. I remember him like looking really surprised when I ran up on him and started hitting him, and he was like, "Ah!" I don't even know if he knew I was a player, or if he just thought he got aggroed by a goblin. I thought that was a really cool like system, and I can see why they got rid of it, but it was like really neat for a little while. You were allowed to do it, and I don't think it was on live servers. I think it was just on the like test server. Let me look this up. Here's an here's an article about it. Uh, Producer, could you bring down the music? Thanks. So it's a near given that in every MMORPG, players assume the roles of heroes. Okay, blah blah blah. Back in the day, SOE started to entertain a rather intriguing idea for EverQuest. What if players could jump into the virtual skin of mobs and become temporary antagonists? Yep. Let's see. So here's the patch notes. Tonight we have patched something to the PvP. Oh, it was on PvP servers. That's it. That many players have been waiting for. The ability to play that Gnoll Orc or the cute and fuzzy rat. On your character select screen, I remember this. It was like a little tiny button in the corner. And it just said monster. And when you clicked it, yeah, it puts you in a low level, like random NPC. Okay, there were several restrictions. Players couldn't speak, trade, cross over into new zones. What was worse is that player monsters operated under permadeath rules. I don't know why that's worse. If you die, you die. It's not like you leveled that monster up. Oh, wait. Player monsters were allowed to level up. They couldn't loot anything. That's funny. One veteran player called it ill-thought-out, short-lived, but brilliant. People obviously abused the expletive out of it, but those first few days of pure innocent fun were just incredible. Let's try to see if anybody had any like good stories about it. Yeah, it was like a lot of probably griefing. They yanked the event. Yeah, it was very short-lived. I think it lasted maybe a week. I'm just glad that I was playing at that time and was able to do that because it was like really cool. And I got to be a part of that very minimal time where you were able to play as a monster and go kill people. It was a lot of fun. I know I've said that already, but it was a lot of fun. At least the one time I think I found anybody. I forgot it was on PvP servers. I thought it was on the test server. Okay, we need to head to the Necromancer Guild. And then from the Necromancer Guild, we'll turn in these quests. And then I believe it is time for Kern's Tower. But while I'm doing this, I'm going to very carefully, I'm not going to hit F1 like I did last time. I'm going to talk to guards and kind of learn about the lore of Kunark. So have you heard the latest babble? Giant stingers which spew forth flames and fight with the tactics of a lizard are said to inhabit the over there. Giant stingers. I can't even imagine what he's talking about. Crusader Urzrogs, he doesn't want to talk. Crusader Axmo, I like that name. Axmo. There's really no rhyme or reason to Ixar names that I've seen. They don't seem to follow like a very familiar formula. Yeah, I've just wanted to run around Ixar land here and just see what do these people have to say. Do not approach the Tower of Death unless you have been summoned to rebirth. My brother was unfortunate enough to venture into their halls and he has never been seen again. Are you serious? Like, there's really no in-game like consequences to going in there. Lithra's Frizen. She's a merchant. What are these saber-toothed cub canines for? Necro spells? Oh, it's one you gotta do a canine, a pincher, and 2 brittle Ixar skulls. Dang, gave 2 to 3% experience at level 8? It's not bad. Oh wait, I was gonna see what she sold. She sells spells. Cessation of Core, level 56. She's like a high level. Necro level 57. She's an Uber Necro vendor. Dang, that sold for 9 gold. Thank you very much. That's Star Rose Quartz. Oh, that guy kind of scared me. A mortician. A mortician stares at you with hollow eye sockets. As he opens his jaw to speak, you are overcome by the foul smell of 1,000 rotted corpses. What is your desire, master? I don't know. What should I say? I desire power? What does this guy do? This is where the wiki is great, right? I don't have to sit here and try to guess what he wants me to say. I'm not even going to pull it up. Huh. This quest lets you get back your ruby nobe, your newbie robe. So he's part of the quest to get your newbie robe back if you sell it. That's interesting that they even took the time to put that in the game. Okay. Let's look up the Skullcap quest. So, okay, I gotta bring this guy, Master Zydas. He needs 4. He needs 4 brains. Where is Master Zydas? You know what? Why am I not talking to these guys? They might have some good lore. Here we go. Mind yourself within Cabos. We will not tolerate any mischief. If you don't heed my warnings, you may be sentenced to the pit of the Crusaders of Green Mist. You don't want that. Also, you should always wear your robe when entering these walls. You do have your Drape of the Brood, correct? I wonder if there was maybe, like, at one point it was programmed to where if you weren't wearing your robe. Yeah, I'm not even wearing the robe. I'm wearing a raw silk robe. If maybe they would fight you, and that's why that guard was trying to warn you, and then they just either patched it out or they were like, this is not a good idea. Here we go. Looking for a good read, you should visit the guild houses. They have tomes which have been scribed for sale. I would actually love to buy those because I'm being a lore nerd here. Oh wait, do you have anything to say, Master Kivix? Quite busy, quite busy. Things must be done. New components to be collected. What new components? Yes, yes, I will need components from beyond the gates. I must find an apprentice of the 3rd rank. I'm not an apprentice of the 3rd rank, but apparently he thinks so. If you truly be an apprentice of the 3rd circle, then there is a dark binder skullcap to be earned. Take this sack and fill it with a creeper cabbage, a heartsting telson with venom, rootling choppers, and a scalebone femur. When they are combined within the sack, you may return it to me with your 3rd rank skullcap, and we shall bid farewell to the title apprentice. Okay, so this sack is I got a free 4-slot bag from it. But here's the thing I'm wondering, how much does it weigh? It weighs 1, and it's got no weight capacity, so it's really not a huge hindrance to keep it. It's kind of cool how you can exploit like quests to get free bags. There's several places that you can do that. Visor Glolith has nothing to say to me. Izarod Fristan does. Hi, hail there, Mr. Best Friend. So are ready to learn more about our ways? Do you wish to try and expand your knowledge of our arcane arts? Then venture far from here to the darkest depths of our once great empire and seek the minions that inhabit the ruins. The arcane power will come in the form of scrolls. What scrolls? Besides all the ones you will find, there are some that are only in my possession. To show that you have been successful on your journey, return one of Splurt, Defoliation, Convergence, or Thrall of Bones. You will then be rewarded with one of my scrolls. So I guess you can trade out scrolls there. You are on the grounds of the Brood of Kotiz. If you do not belong, you must leave at once. There shall be no 3rd rank skullcap for you. What? Whoops, I can't type. What 3rd rank skullcap, sir? I offer the 3rd rank apprentice skullcap to those who wear the 2nd. If that is you, then you will do the bidding of the tower. What is the bidding of the tower? Oh, thanks, Skyless Raven. Thank you. 25 bits. Thanks for the streams. Also, my donation for your Ashes of Creation key. Yeah, look, I actually have $30 sitting on my Twitch, so maybe I'll make it. Oh, this guy's giving me stuff too. No, I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Take this glass canopic. Within it you shall place a brain for me. The brain I seek is that of a Sarnak crypt raider. Any shall do. The ones we seek should be near the Lake of Ill Omen. When you obtain the brain, you must quickly put it into the glass canopic with embalming fluid. When these are combined, the canopic shall seal. You return it to me with your 2nd rank skullcap, and I will hand you the next and final. That's actually not the final skullcap. So this is like a 2-slot bag. I'm not gonna hang on to this. It also weighs 2 pounds. There's no point in hanging on to that. until I can do the third rank. And then here's Mr. Master Mr. Zydos. Master Zydos. So this one is the one that he wants the 4 brains. Maybe he will tell me more about the Sarnak. So he says, all new members of the Brood of Kotiz are required to don the apprentice Skullcap. To earn one, a new apprentice is required to fetch 4 brains for further experiments. Not just any 4 brains, mind you, but the brains of the Sarnak hatchlings. Sarnak, do not speak loudly that name. Oh, here we go. This is what I've been looking for. If you seek information on the Sarnak, read the tome of this tower. The tower librarian should be found within. I am eagerly anticipating that lore. And now I have my Skullcap. And the Skullcap here is an AC2 Skullcap, but it looks cooler. And fashion trumps utility any day. So I'm wearing it. Harbinger Gloss. This is like, he's like the Grand Wizard. Oh, shoot. Not that. I don't know why I said that. He is the Grand Necromancer of this tower. Yeah, hopefully he's not the Grand Wizard. Oh my gosh. We don't appreciate those folks. And he's got this like circle that he's carved out, and it says he's chanting, "You dare interrupt me, you had best have a good reason. I care not for small talk." But he judges me amiably, and he wants me to train with him. He just doesn't want to be hailed, I guess. Okay, so Zydos. Ask him about the 2nd rank Skullcap. So, hail Zydos. 2nd rank. Apprentice Skullcap. All new members. Okay. But I've already done that. I wonder how you're ever supposed to figure this out, because he doesn't have, like, a 2nd rank. Like, I have the 2nd rank, or the 1st rank one on. Whoa. Okay, so I can just look it up on the wiki, honestly. So you get the torn tapestry and the ripped tapestry, and then you tailor them together. I think I can just probably just do that. And the result is a mended tapestry. I need to clear out my tailoring kit because I'm using it as like a big bag. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. What is it? Mended tapestry. Okay. I kind of want him to like confirm that he wants this. I don't want to just hand this to him and him be like, yeah, that's cool. I don't care. It definitely says Master Zydos. Oh, you know what? I probably need to hand in my 1st rank Skullcap as well. Yeah, I do. So I'm glad I'm slowing down and not just doing that, because that would have been bad. If I'd have just handed that to him, he probably would have just taken it. It would have been a total waste. But I want to see some quest text, because I don't just trust him. But I've already got the 1st rank. I'm trying to get him to key in on something. What mended tapestry? I don't know. Here's the deal. If I hand it in and it messes up, I'm moving on with my day. So there's the 1st rank. There's the mended tapestry. Go. I got it. So I didn't need to continue to waste my time, thankfully. And what's next? What does the 3rd rank entail? So Master Rix's gives the third rank. Oh, that's the one he gave me. So the glass, and then you put it in with the embalming fluid. And you need a smithing and brewing to do that, to make the embalming fluid. So I'll have to work on smithing and brewing. Metal bits. And this is something I think, yeah, you don't have to, on EQ, you don't have to go around and like farm open world, like mining nodes. You just buy the stuff and get your skill up. So it's going to cost a little bit of money. Same thing with brewing. Looks like there's no fast track to skill 151. 2 to 151 doing Skull Ale. Oh, I'm not going to Grob. Ixar base. Oh, here we go. So if I can do 2 berries, 1 water flask, and get my, just burn through some money and get my brewing up. It's trivial 21, so I just need to get to 21. And then the Sarnak Raider Brain is dropped by a Sarnak Crypt Raider, and he's level 10. So I could theoretically do this quest right now. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Tell you what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna take a quick break. I will be right back. Thanks for the bits. You're the best. Skylash Raven, you're the best. Okay, I'm back. Don't forget to update your tipping link because it will still go by. Oh, yeah, for sure. Thank you. You are the bits leader. Nice. That's good. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend anybody really subscribe at this point. I don't know. I mean, I'm not asking you to, but I am at this point consistent. A few weeks ago, I would have been like, no, don't do that because I just don't consistently stream. But now that I've more or less got myself up and running. All right. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. Kern's Tower. We'll check it out. We'll see how difficult it is. If I have to come back at 11, I will. But the problem I was running into... Oops, I need to go this way. The problem I was running into in Field of Bone was that the enemies were either green or red. There's like no blue enemies to kill. And I got tired of running around forever just to find a single enemy. Yeah, I'll have to get in there and update that. I'll have to look and see. I have to make sure that still goes to my PayPal. I think I've only had one person that I can remember tip me. And that was a long time ago now. That was like 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago. So I don't even know. Actually, should probably take it off. I don't. And it's cool. I mean, it'll help. It's not like I haven't invested. Shoot, at this point. Whoa, Crusader Rydak. Watch, he's gonna climb that wall. He just zaps up there. Uh, I guess at this point I have probably invested maybe close to $800 in just getting this all put together. A lot of that was the big fan cooler thing behind me to cool off this room so I could stream in here. As well as the tint on the windows to make this room habitable. Then a webcam and now a green screen. The green screen was more than the webcam. But it's collapsible and it's not ugly, so I don't have to... If I want it down, I can collapse it down. It's not like I'm stuck with this big ugly thing behind me. I wonder what the Sarnak blood is for. Sarnak blood. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't find the librarian. You know what? I know it's going to take some time, but I'm going to go back. I really, really want to know what's going on. Oh, shoot. What's going on with the Sarnax? Let's put this bag in here for now. Oh, it won't fit. I don't think I need this. Red headband, let's see. Yeah, it's a monk quest item. I don't need that. Destroy it. Destroy it! XR bandit mask. See if I can turn that in for a quest. It's a monk shackle. So once again, don't need that. Just need to find room to put these. Okay. Before I head to Kearns, I need to buy some water. What the 14 whole platinum pieces. Keep the donation link with the holidays coming up. You may need it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, let me go fix that. Stand by. Stand by, stream. I'm gonna fix. I'm gonna fix that. So let's see. Tip by clicking here. Stream elements. Okay. That's right, and it goes to my PayPal. So I need to go to my stream elements. Make sure I'm not showing all this on stream. Yeah, I don't want that shown. Okay. There we go. There's all my stuff. Okay. And then tipping settings. Goes to my PayPal. Okay. And then okay. That should fix it. Nope, I got one more link to fix. It would technically go to the same thing, it just doesn't have the same channel name. Okay. Connections. All right, now it's fixed. Thank you for the heads up on that. Because that would confuse somebody if they were like, wait a minute, this isn't right. This isn't this guy. Uh, okay. Actually, it's still saying Huck Nasty on there, even though it says Mmocracy. It may just need some time to update. All right, let's go dive into some Kunark lore here. Loving the new helmet. Looks good. Styling. It's almost like a It's almost like a is it a Sarnak? I don't know what it is. Fashion Quest, yeah. The most important style over substance. Microtransactions, please. Okay, so that Necromancer Guildmaster mentioned. Whoa, shit. Mentioned that there was a librarian here in the tower. Who could he have been talking about? That's a Guildmaster. That guy wants the scrolls. Is it this? You have to pay 2 platinum for these books? I wonder if I can get the full text on the wiki. Let me see. Oh, okay, so Diablerie is a recipe for Necromancer's spell research. Lore of Malignancy is another recipe book for research. So I can just remember that that exists, and then I can just look at it on the wiki without paying the platinum. I can't afford that. Okay, here's one. So we'll just bring up the wiki. So this is On Language Research and Magic by Jeffrey, Archmage of Norath. Much of the recent research by young magi has dealt with the piecing together of old spells. Since many of the spell fragments found are not written in common, I have been asked to write a brief treatment on languages, research, and magic. The history of magic on Norath can be divided into 4 eras. Oh, producer, please bring down the music for this. Thank you. So there's 4 eras of the history of magic. The most recent historical period saw a conflict between dark elven necromancy and the magic of the forefathers to those who now live on Iridan. So there was a conflict between dark elf necromancers and Iridites. They're a long way from each other. I don't know how they even fought. Books from this period are alternately written in Elder Terdal, that's the Dark Elven language, and Old Iridan. Preceding this conflict was the era of the Combine Empire. Those are the guys this I do know, they're the guys who made the Wizard Spires, whose glory stretched across the length of Antonica. The civilization flourished for a handful of decades before their magical powers became so great that the dragons of the world awoke and grew jealous. Oh, I didn't know that. All that remains now of the Combine Empire is steel and ash. Steel and ash. Wonder what they mean. They're just saying, like, hey, there's some metallic buildings and burnt buildings. Scrolls from this period were written in Combine. Before the ascent of the Combine Empire was the age of the dragons. These powerful beasts ruled all of Norath under an iron claw and a spell-quick voice. Their wizardry was dark and strong. Magic from this period was recorded in the runes of Dragon Tongue, and then in the beginning, during the Age of Scale, were those known to me only as the Elder Dragons. Their language is as harsh as it is difficult, as twisted as it is beguiling. The rewards of learning Elder Dragon are, however, plentiful, as to speak their tongue is to know the language of magic itself. That's cool. So there was 4 eras of magic. And then I see another book here. Oh, this is just another spell recipe book. So what I really want to know is where did the Sarnak come from? I mean, I know they came from Kerns. There's also a book called Book of Dark Bindings in here, but it's just a... This might be for research. I see no more books. He has no more books for me to read from. Master Zydaz is the guy who gives me the quests, and then Harbinger Glock is the actual guild master. So books are overrated anyway. Yeah, I just want to know where did the Sarnak come from? Why are they here? I know who made them, but for what purpose? He's a guild master. And then the only other thing I can think to do is maybe check here in like the vicinity of the guild to see if possibly the librarian I was told of is not in the guild itself. Perhaps somebody goofed up and they put him in the wrong spot. But I don't see anything. Let's see what this guy has to say. Trooper Eggerfit is my name. Keeping you broodlings safe is my game. Is he a rapper? Quite a rhyme I weave. Now it's time for you to leave. Ha, where do I come up with these? That's kind of funny. The developers definitely did some goofy stuff like that, for sure. Like what is it? There's a certain goblins when you fight him, he's like, ugly creature at my feet, I will eat, or something like that. This guy, what are you selling? Ivory. 212 platinum he wants for these ivory weapons. Leg chopper, you get that from the goblins. Or the giants, I mean. So he's like a weapon vendor. Give me your best wrap and go. This guy sells rhino hide, which is like a leather armor. And then she sells runes. This is probably stuff people have sold to her. Bandages, which really wouldn't be bad to have a stack of bandages, to be honest. I think it's gonna cost like 1 platinum. Yeah. And let me see, did I ever train my bandage skill? Bind wound is 1. Perfect. So let me just throw that on my bar real quick. We'll put you there. That comes in handy while you're soloing. Excuse me. And then this guy is a fletching vendor. Down here, she may have water. Water flask. We need to buy 20 of these. Okay, so that's taken care of. And then last vendor I see here is selling cloth. And then there's a scroll called On Tarantula Silk. Which, if I bring the wiki up, says, I recently had the fortune to purchase a strange silk from a traveler hailing from the deserts of Ro. After experimenting for quite some time with the new material, I discovered that when sewn into swatches, it could be cured with purified mana, threaded with platinum thread, and using an appropriate pattern tailored into an armor as strong as steel. 1 swatch was sufficient to craft a helm, collar, mask, pauldron, or bracer, and 2 swatches are needed for this stuff, and then 3 for the breastplate, cloak, and greaves. So Tarantulas. The legendary KOS spider spawned by killing desert tarantulas, not dune. Okay, and then you can get the silk from them. Turn it into swatches. And then use for erudite cultural tailoring, which is the steel silk. But you... Wow. Oh, it's for clerics, paladins, and shadow knights, so it's not anything I can use. That's really cool, though. I didn't know there was, like, really good craft... Not really good, but good craftable stuff. And then here's the Fashion Quest. Steel silk armor. That's neat. It's definitely cool looking. Legendary spider sounds terrifying, yeah. Looked like it was like a level 37 spider. And you would have to farm all of that just to make the set. And you can't just, like, you gotta get it to spawn. It's rare. I guess maybe I found the librarian. I just want to know more about the Sarnak. For groups of 2 to 6 players, yeah. Yeah, I don't see that being something I'm going to make. Well, one, I'm never going to leave Kunark on this guy. 2, I can't use it. But now I know a little bit more about what erudite cultural tailoring is. Now off to Kearns. And if it's going to keep raining, I'm going to turn the sounds off. If it's raining and Feel the Bone, I'm turning this off. Actually, just going to go ahead and turn it off now. In theory, how far in levels can you get by being in Kunark only? In theory, all the way to 60. Players, I don't know if they do it anymore now that Velius is out. But at one point, people would group to 60 in Kunark. It was like the place to go to group to 60. Soloing, I don't know. Will I ever get to 60? Highly unlikely. It is a long, long process. But yeah, that's to kind of get into the MMO design philosophy that we like to talk about here. So that's one thing that I think is really, really great about Kunark. And I've never seen an MMO design and expansion like this ever since. Is that they designed Kunark essentially as a standalone game. In that you could level from 1 all the way to max level on this continent. It has zones for every level. It has a starter town, it has a starter race. What we saw after Kunark on EQ was more focused expansions. Although, I want to say Dragons of Norath, they did that same thing in Dragons of Norath, where there was a new race and you could level, I think, entirely in those zones all the way up. But you definitely didn't see anything like this ever since on any MMO that I know of. And if they're out there, somebody let me know. Either later on YouTube, drop me a comment, or here in stream. But like World of Warcraft, for example, their first expansion was a level 60 to 70. Yeah, it added a starter zone and a starter race, but it did not have Um, like you couldn't go from 1 to max level in that expansion like you can in Kunark. And I think that's really unique and it's really cool. And I wish more MMOs did that. Like let you go from 1 to max level, made it its own like full-on continent, full expansion with everything you need to play it on its own. Like in WoW, they added like the Blood Elves and the Draenei. They got 2 areas. They got the starter area and then 1 like level 10 to 20 area, and then you were just expected to go to whatever zones after that that already existed. I can see why developers don't want to do that. Because it takes a lot of time to develop a full expansion like that. But I think it's neat. Off topic a little bit, I think you should check out Embers Adrift, being they made it free to play 1 tune. Interesting. I have a YouTube channel that I follow that I see them playing that, and I haven't watched it. I will need to check that out. Do you know anything about the actual like gameplay? Uh is it old school? Is it for people like us? Or is it for Zoomers? I played it, but it's a very bare bones game when I played it about a year ago. Maybe they've added to it. I'm weird. I'll play like bare bones games more than you probably should. Like I kind of like it because you feel like you can find like everything out about the whole game. I'll give you an example. The game Tibia, it was basically an old free-to-play Ultima Online clone. Um, it had a newbie island, and you could only do so much on there, but I liked staying on the newbie island like way longer than you should have, and getting like everything I could out of the newbie island. I like stuff like that. Here we go, Kern's Tower, first time. First time at Kern's. Okay, so first issue I see is there's a big old group here killing like everything. My excitement has already passed. And I'm definitely not high enough to go in the basement. I'm probably not high enough to go in upstairs either. Just gonna peek around some corners here. Greater skeletons, those are red. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if Kearns is gonna work. So they're fighting greater skeletons. Those are yellows. Well, that just makes me a sad panda. I'm glad I didn't summon a pet. I'm gonna go park myself off to the side here. I'm gonna look at Field of Bone and see if there's anything I can reliably farm here. Oh, my eyes are getting dry. So what I'm really looking for is anything that's like 8. 8 to 9. Not killing Bury and I. What I'd really like to find is a good spot to just farm, like, a camp of enemies. That way I don't have to run around. Because it's dark. Or it's about to be dark. It does not appear to be any, like, really good spots. Yeah, it's more geared for people like us with a slow grind. I was a beta back for Embers because I was burnt out on WoW and it looked interesting. Yeah, you get in early on things. You're a early adopter is what I would call that of a lot of MMOs. Yeah, definitely can't stay here. I need to be careful getting out of here. So my options really are Field of Bone or Lake of Ill Omen. Embers is a game you buy but no subscription required and it's only $20. Wow. Yeah, if I got into it, I would definitely drop 20 bucks. I'll download it. I'll download it later. I'm always down to try something new, especially if it's free. Even if it has restrictions, I'll just check it out. 20 bucks is not a big investment. Yeah, so this is the issue I'm having is like everything's green or red. Marauders are red. Scorpions, large scorpions are green. Everything's green. Yeah, you need to buy it and then play for free. Yeah, exactly. It's like Guild Wars. Oh, I see. They made it free to play one tune. Does that mean free to play one and if you buy it? Is that what you mean? I might be able to gift it. You don't have to gift it. You buy a copy of the game and then no subscription. Got it. So you still got to pay the 20. Pay the 20 regardless. And then afterwards, no sub. Get him off me, good Bobin. Yep, good Bobin. Yeah. He did not like that I sat down. I would love to figure out how to get my frame rate and feel the bone to be normal. I can purchase a copy and you redeem the code. No need for you to spend money. I mean, that's entirely up to you. But I mean, I feel like that's very generous. I would definitely play it on stream, at least to try it out. But I don't want to ask you to spend any money. I can afford $20. Believe me. How about that? How about I just buy it? I just got paid. So I'm up to almost. Oh no, I had one yellow from the quests that I turned in. Those actually gave a decent amount of experience. Gabobin does not appear to be a very resilient pet. So I'm just gonna let him die. If he dies, he dies. But you need that 20, so I have enough people to start my own group for ashes. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big one. 250. Now I have Jonabab. These names, these pet names, are so goofy. It's too bad Kearns didn't work out. That's just probably the very best spot I could be in right now. It's always such a popular area, though, for people to level. I'll have to look and see how big of a download it is. Might have to clear some hard drive space. I bought like a 1 terabyte external, not realizing it was a hard drive, not a solid state, so it's not good for gaming. I could use it for when I start doing video editing at some point. Save a bunch of videos to it, but running games off of it, it will like not load textures in, so I'll see like blank walls, like it just stutters. There's a white bandit. I'll pull you up here. Yeah, he's really pissed. Try drain tanking him. It's probably better experience because I do more damage. And the more damage you do, the more experience you get. If you're going to do over 50%. A little bit risky. Keep the change. Thank you, Skyless. You are very generous. Yeah, that actually moved my bar a little bit. That's new. The MMocracy thanks you. I gotta keep pushing the MMocracy. I don't want it to be forced. Once I get this artwork done, I'll have a new channel point emote or logo I can put in too. Let's see, what do we have here? That's just a green skeleton. That is the problem that I'm having out here. Either greens or reds. There's a white. Let's get a little bit more mana and we'll go for this white giant scorpion. He resisted. Let's see if I can get Jonabab to get on him. There we go. He resisted my poison. The poison's really the big damage dealer. Dang, you just hit me for 22. Oh my goodness. This guy's hitting like a truck. This is not good. Oh my. I don't think he's gonna... He's not gonna aggro off of me onto my pet either. Come on, get him. Get him. Oh my gosh, Jonabab, kill him. Oh, wow. What a fight. That was rough. I should check out Lumia for my streams. It can do cool effects for channel points. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna look that up. Okay, Lumia. You can connect your lights to it. Yeah, I need to get lights. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, people can like make the lights change and stuff like that. That would be neat. Get a little light show going behind me. I've got my own office here where I can set everything up, so it's only a matter of time. Wonder if I could set it up so when people cheer or whatever, it like goes crazy. Once I get that Elgato, it looks like it connects with Elgato. It's a whole rabbit hole to fall down in Twitch. I just use the free version for overlay effects. Yeah, everything is like a sub these days, right? Like subscribe for this, pay $10 a month for this. Excuse me. Bunch of greens. Everything out here is green. Oh, this bone crawler is blue. Stop by my stream sometime and I'll show you. Yeah, I need to. Do I have you followed? I do have you followed. Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out. It's like a shooting gallery. Things just wander by and then you grab them. That effect there is from my weapon. I actually have a weapon with a proc. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Eventually, I think after the green screen, well, shoot, the green screen is kind of, if I have good lighting, I wouldn't need the green screen. I could have invested the money I spent on a green screen for lighting. I wonder if I could tie the effects to the green screen, though, too. And make it so the green screen background changes if somebody does something. Sorry, Marauder, I don't want to fight him. Jonabab's hitting for 12. I think he's worthy of a weapon. We'll just give him a shear blade. Let's see what a shear blade does for his damage. Even though some of this stuff is green, I'm gonna keep pulling it so it hopefully spawns some higher level stuff. Now he's hitting for 13. So it only brought his damage up by 1. see, is there anything down here? Otter somewhere. I don't want to fight him. Definitely in kind of a dead zone for levels. I feel like it's going to be this way till 12. Gotta embrace the grind. Just settle in and enjoy it. At least it's a little bit more consistent than Lake of Ill-Omen. You don't have to move as much. I was like running way too much out there. Oh my gosh, it's a blue. Yeah, there's a giant scorpion. I think at some point I can transfer my own health to my pet. There's like a dark mending or some sort of spell where you can, as a necromancer, transfer your health. I know there's another one where you can transfer mana. Just glad the large scorpions are still giving experience. some new music. Music's kind of put me to sleep. It's not good to be on stream falling asleep. You gotta be energetic. Gotta be exciting. EverQuest is not all that exciting. Gotta fill it in somewhere. Jonabab's taking a beating here. Sit down, Jonabab. Take a rest. Coming up on 40%. Not bad. So I found like an EverQuest lore website. But the thing I want to know is like, where does this come from? How do they get where do they get the lore from? It had to come from, excuse me, from somewhere in the game. That's what I want to find, is the actual in-game lore. I want to read it for myself. Mm-hmm. The giant scorpion out there somewhere. White Con Bandit, let's go. We're just gonna go full drain tank on him. Stop fizzling. No resist, good. Drain. Jonabab, bash. If I put him this way, like, will Jonabab's bash stun him? I'm running He's almost done. Yeah, he's done. You have bandited your last person, bandit. And I got me that sweet 1 platinum Targ shield. Well fought, Jonabab. And I'm at 40%. Looks like this guild is doing something similar to the Kunart guild that I was in, or Ixar guild that I was in back in 2001. Ancient Blood. Proud recruit fellow Ixars, new and old. That's cool. What's up, baby? Ooh, yeah, let's have some chicken sammies. Just one. Thank you. And cut that tomato up, too. Finish him, Jonabab. Went and saw X last night. Saw 10. I don't know if there's 10. I think there is 10. I've never seen a single one, so that was my first one. I just went because my girlfriend wanted. That's like the movie she wanted to see. It was actually pretty good. No spoilers, but I enjoyed it. I was surprised that I enjoyed it. I typically don't like those kind of movies, so it was definitely interesting. Went and had some Italian fine dining at Ye Old Olive Garden. There's a scale bone. I don't want to fight him yet. I don't have enough mana. That stinks. The game delivered me like a perfect blue mob, and I don't have the mana to kill him. Hmm. What do we have here? Blue Con Giant Scorpion. Come to me. It'll be better when I get a little bit more utility. Do a little bit more fear kiting. Okay, I'm gonna need to make some adjustments here. The old Twitch, now that I've changed my channel name. Let's see, what are you? XR Bandit, Blue Con. Pull you nice and safely back up here. Now you are Poison Bandit. Ooh, you got the Seer too. You got 2 dots ticking on you. Finish him off, Jonabab. I must rest. Must recoup my mana. What do you got for me? 1 silver. You're not a very good bandit if all you got is 1 silver. least it's daytime now, so I can see. And that right there is the ruins of Kay Sora. That's another place that I'd like to explore, maybe learn a little about the lore. I have been in there before on a Ixar Monk a long time ago. Talking like 20 years ago, a long time ago. I remember it's like a very dangerous place. There's a white con bandit. That's my next target right there. I just need to get my mana all the way up. We're not going to let him get away. There's a marauder. If I pull the bandit right now, he's going to bring that marauder with him. We do not want that. So we'll wait for the marauder to pass. Of course, there's another bandit. It's like it rains of pores. And there's a footpad. Jeez. Alright. This one. I choose you. Ah. Bump my auto run key. What's going on here? The Marauder is fighting the Scale Wolf Hunter. Marauder is definitely going to win that fight. That is the White Con Bandit. I don't want to fight him yet. Ah, there's a Scale Bone. Ooh. I don't know if I have enough mana to do this. This could be close. Ah, we're fine. Life tap spell is nice. Maybe a nice long med break here. Approaching 50%. Almost 50% to 11. Keep that Lich spell on me. Help keep my mana coming back a little bit faster. That's a footpad with a Targ shield. I want to grab him, but I don't want to bring that Marauder because he's red. I'm going to wait. Oh. Oh, that's the Marauder that was fighting the Scale Wolf Hunter. Clearly, he is the victor. Come on up here, footpad. He's not going to give any experience, but the 1 platinum shield is what I'm after here. Oh, he did give experience. Nice. It's not a lot, but take it. I think I have 2 shields. Yeah, 2 shields to sell. Ditch some of this copper. It's expensive. Or not expensive. It's weight. Expensive on weight. Yeah, this isn't a bad spot, actually. It's better than Lake of Ill Omen. It's definitely better than Swamp of No Hope. I can confidently say I've done next to nothing in that zone. I did I think it was the Ixar Illusion quest on my enchanter in there. And that was like the only reason I've ever actually gone there outside of when I was like a brand new newbie in 2001 and just was exploring. It's always good when you find a spot that you can just kind of more or less safely grind. The only real danger out here is the marauders. Need to finish you off so I can kill this scale bone. Got him. Sorry about that. I had to go rant about my displeasure of knowing about a video game I can't disclose due to them wanting an NDA. It's all good. I'm just methodically and slowly grinding my way through level 10 here. I'm assuming the NDA is Ashes. I changed the music up. I got tired of droning electronic beats. It was starting to put me to sleep. Looks like I'm hitting 50% to 11. That's good. Ashes is good. This other game is not. Ooh. Uh-oh, we got a death fight going on out there. An Ixar bandit and a footpad just joined in, and they were just beating on this poor scale wolf. I don't think the scale wolf stands a chance. Bandit has barely taken any damage. He is down. The wolf is down. The footpad moves on, as does the bandit, searching for their next victim. The bandit has paused for a moment to contemplate. Perhaps he is considering his bandit ways. Maybe he's thinking if karma, in the form of a level 10 Necromancer, will rear its ugly head, but this bandit is a white con to the level 10 Necromancer, and so we shall see who the victor is. We're off to a good start. No resists. This will be a drain tank fight. The bandit is, and our health is approximately even. Jonabab is putting in some work. The bandit's hitting hard. Sorry, I'm like sports casting this because it's EverQuest and you just gotta make it interesting. The bandit is almost down. The Necromancer is clearly ahead. Uh-oh. This is not good. That might be a marauder. A scale wolf hunter spawns right next to us. Oh, he's fighting. Oh, it's a footpad. That was a good experience. Ashes does have an NDA. Yeah, that lifts. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, the NDA should be gone once Alpha 2 comes out. Well, we taught that bandit a lesson. He shall bandit no more. That wolf is looking at us. Oh, he's going for the marauder. That marauder's he's gonna whoop him. The skill wolf's probably 4 levels below that marauder. Bad choice, wolf. It's another game that is not Ashes of Creation that I am displeased with. What game is that? Or is the NDA like you can't even say anything at all? Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I don't want you to get in trouble. Skyless Raven, our legal team is contacting you because it says here that on a... Okay. A very small EverQuest stream, you disclosed your displeasure with our product. Okay, after this bandit, I'm going to take a... I don't want to say a short break. I don't know how long of a break. And then I'll be back. So, just to recap, I'm halfway to level 11. You're watching the MMocracy. I'm your host, XHuck Nasty. I want to thank you for your viewership. I want to thank you, Skyless Raven, for the bits. Very much appreciated. I'm humbled that you come back time and time again to watch and cheer with your bits. It is definitely appreciated. It's definitely noticed. So I will return at some point later on tonight. If not tonight, then definitely tomorrow. This is the MMocracy, and I am out.